Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN. Welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Denver Nuggets tonight, Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals back in LA. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate. The Los Angeles Lakers lose for the first time in the playoffs at home to the Denver Nuggets, the number one seed in the Western Conference. And what can I say? I mean, it was disappointing. I mean, I made a post, about promoting. I was promoting this game tonight. And the question was, or not the question really, it was basically saying that, you know what? No excuses. Lakers need to win it. Unfortunately, they couldn't. And it was unfortunate. All across the board, it was just all bad. In my opinion, it was so bad. I mean, when it came down to the defensive side of the ball, shooting, offense, I mean, you can tell that the Lakers were struggling all across the board when it came down to the way they were playing tonight. I mean, it was just horrible all across the board. Even LeBron James, I have to say, he had a bad game. I have to say, from the first half, only putting up 9 points, I believe. I mean, it's just the guy is just, I'm not sure. Maybe he's dealing with his knee issues that he's been dealing with throughout the playoffs. I mean, maybe it's probably getting to him, or maybe father time is finally approaching. I'm not sure. But when it comes down to it, we really have to commend on the aggressive work from the Denver Nuggets. I mean, guys, we really have to give them some credit there. I mean, they balled out. I mean, they really are showing and making a mark, not just to the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference, but the NBA, that they're not playing around. We want to win it all, and they want to win their first championship in franchise history. And I'm honestly, you guys know me by now. I am my second favorite team is the Denver Nuggets, and for them to get their championship, finally getting a championship, it's kind of good for them, I have to say. I mean, let them achieve that goal. I mean, and I hope when they reach the NBA Finals, they either defeat the Miami Heat or they defeat the Boston Celtics. I mean, that's my hope. And they have the capability and the skill set and the shooting. I mean, the Denver Nuggets, man, they are a really good shooting team. And, all credit to Jamal Murray. I mean, he really took control of this game. I believe he had 35 or 37 points tonight. I mean, talk about a guy that's really hungering for a NBA Finals appearance, and that's probably going to be something that I hope he gets, and even the Joker as well. I mean, they have been really underestimated. They really are. I mean, the Lakers, they just can't contain this Denver Nuggets team. I'm not sure if it's because of tiredness or just lack of skill set, lack of shooting, but whatever it is, the Denver Nuggets are doing something right in this series in the Western Conference Finals. So with that being said, I mean, and I just got notifications now from Bleacher Report saying that, the Denver Nuggets, they are favored. They are favored to win it all after going 3-0, having a 3-0 lead against the Los Angeles Lakers. So they have the capability of doing it, and I have full confidence that they will. And I hope, either it's the Miami Heat or the Boston Celtics, I'm going to be rooting for them. I mean, I'm really genuinely, they are my second favorite team. So, regardless of what you guys feel, I have to say, I'm rooting for the Denver Nuggets to beat one of the teams in the, I believe it's in the, in the Eastern Conference, when it comes down to it. So, but it's still not over. It's still not over. The Los Angeles Lakers could do something. But here's a question that I have for all of you, and maybe you can answer it for me on this live stream. Is the Lakers series over? I personally think that it's going to be a hard determination of how the Lakers could somehow come back from this. Now, LeBron has a history of coming back from a 3-1 deficit back in those old days. But when it comes down to it, it's not out of the question, but at the same time, the writing is on the wall. If you're 3-0, it's hard for a team to come back from that particular deficit. So it's unfortunate, but at the same time, the series is still not over yet. But reading your guys' questions here, and just for you to answer this question, is it over? It seems that way, but at the same time, anything could happen. Anything could surprise us. LeBron could potentially let it up in game 4, then go and carry it on to game 5, and then the game 6. I mean, it sort of depends on the Lakers how they feel about this series being in jeopardy at this particular moment in time. So, but once again, all credit go to the Denver Nuggets. I mean, they really stepped up in this game tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers in LA. And I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Jamal Murray. I mean, the guy is such a great talent, great point guard, I have to say. So when it comes down to it, he has the capabilities of really carrying the team on his back. So the Denver Nuggets, when it comes down to it. So without further ado, guys, before I get to you guys' questions and the game stats and just my analysis about the game tonight, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff. And of course, like always, please be sure to like this live stream, and please comment on this live stream as well. And please share my live stream all over Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN. And please follow me all across social media as well. I'll leave the links to those in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites, and of course subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you guys will be up to date about everything about the Los Angeles Lakers. So if the series doesn't go well for the Lakers and the series ends for the Lakers, I will be giving my analysis very soon about the Lakers offseason plans and who would they potentially be bringing back and stuff like that. So please do so. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get started. And all of you, welcome to the live stream. I really appreciate it on ZSPN on YouTube. Let's just read some questions here, and let me display them here. Let's see here. All right. D'Lo is very disappointing. Why Kobe fans are so dummy. They are celebrating because they lost, and all because LeBron is on the team. Why hate legends? I hate legends. Oh, okay. Well, D'Lo, he just had a bad game, and he's been this way since this series so far. So it has been very disappointing when it comes down to it, and I can understand where most people are, just feeling the way they are, and I'm feeling the same way. I mean, when it comes down to it, D'Angelo Russell should have had a much better performance, being back in LA, but unfortunately he didn't, and it's just a very disappointing performance. I mean, when you look at his stat line, he only averaged 3 points and he played for 20 minutes. That tells you right there that Darvin Ham should have went with a whole different direction. Maybe I don't know, throw in Dennis Schroeder or maybe Rui Hachimura in place of him. But unfortunately, he just did not show up whatsoever, and he's been this way since this series started. So, I mean, he played well against the Warriors. He played again very well against the Memphis Grizzlies. But when it comes to the Denver Nuggets, he has been a no-show because the Nuggets really have been locking down D'Lo every chance that they get. So it's unfortunate. The guy only scored 3 points, went 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3. So, with that being said, I mean, his shooting has been lackluster for the Los Angeles Lakers. It only had 3 rebounds, 4 assists out there tonight, and he turned over the ball 3 times. So, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, guys, I mean, D'Lo, there's going to be a lot of conversations about his plans with the Los Angeles Lakers. Will he be coming back? So with that being said, we have to wait and see what his future will be as part of the Los Angeles Lakers. But, so far we saw some glimpse of him, obviously being a good, huge part of this team. But at the same time, when we somehow come back into the playoffs picture once again, could he be that savior, that guy that can be our point guard that will lead us the way when it comes to his shooting? sort of remains to be seen at this particular moment in time. But, to answer your question, yeah, I mean, D'Lo was disappointing for sure. Let's read more. You're writing some more here. I really appreciate it. D'Lo is a cause. He's not showed up. Yeah, he didn't show up. Yeah, he didn't. Absolutely, he did not. And you know, and if anything, LeBron should have stepped up as well. And just obviously somebody should have carried the load of the lack of performance from D'Lo out there tonight. So it is what it is. Let's see, Jace Smooth. Welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate it. Man, D'Lo cost us the game. Yeah, I mean, because of his shooting, we really rely on his shooting to really help us win games. And because not a lot of Lakers on this team can shoot other than Austin Reeves, who has been our shooter in this series. I mean, if you really think about it, the guy has been really been our savior when it comes to our shooting help that we need. So Austin Reeves has been our guy in this series against the Denver Nuggets. But yeah, D'Lo has been a no-show for this series, and most of our players tonight have been not shooting very well. I mean, just overall as a team, when you look at the numbers, the Lakers only scored 31% from the three compared to the Denver Nuggets 41% from the three. So that tells you that the Denver Nuggets were the better shooting team, and that's what they're going to be. That's going to be their MO really heading into to end this series and also heading into the NBA Finals. So they have a full capability of pulling it off, and hopefully they will, because I am very impressed by this Denver Nuggets team, and not a lot of analysts and not a lot of people are giving the Denver Nuggets a lot of credit. I mean, they have been a really good team, and I'm really rooting for them. I really think that they can win a championship for the first time in franchise history. So I'm really rooting for them to get that. And, it's just obviously that's how I feel about them when it comes to them being my second favorite team in the NBA, being a guy who grew up in Denver. So, but I always bleed purple and gold, and I always root for them every chance that they get. So, but when it comes down to this particular moment, I mean, with them having an opportunity to win a championship, I'm really rooting for them, and hopefully they achieved it very soon. Because, the series is basically over for the Lakers if somehow maybe LeBron and this team turn things around. But when you're 3-0, it's an unlikely scenario. So just have to put that out there. Let's see here. We can take it one at a time, win this upcoming game, and we will have some confidence. I mean, the confidence, yeah. I mean, back to what I was saying. I mean, going 3-0 in this series, it's kind of hard for a team to come back from that. But like I said before, LeBron has a history of coming back from a 3-1 deficit series, and he did it in the NBA Finals. But we're not even there yet, and we're in the Western Conference Finals, and Lakers are struggling the way that they are. But at the same time, the series is still not over. I mean, the Lakers could potentially come back, but at the same time, we just have to be in reality and realize the circumstances of where the Lakers are at this particular moment. So, and I have confidence that they will, but at the same time, I just have some mixed feelings about the Lakers and how they could come back from this deficit. So it's unfortunate. Let's see here. Jay Smooth, we can't afford our starting point guard giving up threes. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, he's the reason that, that he is shooting the way that he is as part of the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, we really rely on him to make those threes, and saw what he did against the reigning champs in the Golden State Warriors kind of tells you that he should have been a huge part of this team. But, unfortunately, he hasn't lived up to that in this series in the Western Conference against the Denver Nuggets. But, we just have to see, how he will end up playing. Maybe he will step it up in game 4 or, something like that. But, it's all team effort if somehow they can obviously allow their shootings to really be a huge game changer if somehow they make some adjustments or something. But But you're right. I mean, we cannot afford our starting point guard to, miss threes. And, surprisingly, LeBron had a better shooting night than D'Lo. But, I digress. But when it comes down to it, I mean, it's just it's disappointing for sure. If D'Lo could show up, we could win every game. The Lakers can. Hold on, Lakers play and won. D'Lo shows up. Am I proud of Reeves? I mean, yeah. I mean, if he can do it, then that's great. If D'Angelo Russell could turn things around and help this Lakers team with his shooting efforts, along with Austin Reeves' shooting efforts, I really think the Lakers can win games. But for some reason, the Denver Nuggets defense, I mean, I'm not. they've been playing very aggressively on defense against the Los Angeles Lakers, and they're the number one seed for a reason, and that tells you right there that this team is something special when it comes down to it. But with that being said, I mean, if D'Lo can somehow show up in Game 4 and the rest of the Lakers, because knowing that they are in the brink of getting eliminated in the Western Conference Finals, kind of tells you right there that the Lakers have to play desperation now, and because the series could be in jeopardy for them to go home in the Western Conference Finals. So, but let me just say this about the Los Angeles Lakers: they have beaten all expectations when it comes to my personal expectations about the Lakers and this season, and with them having just such a turnaround season, kind of tells you that this team is going to be something special next season. And and when it comes down to it, it just tells you right there that this Lakers team is something special at the same time. So, I just had to put that out there. I mean, they beat all expectations. I mean, I personally thought that they would get eliminated in the first round. I knew that we will make the play-in and go past it, but in the first round, I thought they would get eliminated. But no, they went through the first round, went through the second round, and even being the reigning champs in the Golden State Warriors kind of tells you right there that the Lakers just beat all expectations when it comes to our expectations about this Lakers team. So, just have to put that out there when it comes down to it. So, yeah, for sure. Turbo, welcome to the live stream. Really appreciate it, buddy. Sad day, Lakers Nation. Yeah, I mean, we're all mad. We're all disappointed. We're sad. We're feeling all certain emotions. The Lakers are on the brink of losing in this series, and they will be going back home after maybe potentially Game 4. But if the Lakers can't turn things around, that would be great. But at the same time, no team comes back from a 3-0 deficit. I mean, that tells you right there that anything could happen. Lakers could surprise us and somehow just, I don't know, come out with a like a 3-0 streak, or maybe end the series in Game 7 or something. But at the same time, it's kind of unpredictable now of how the Lakers could survive this. But it is what it is at this particular moment. Let's read more to your question here. I can't believe the Lakers are going to get swept by the Chicken Nuggets. I don't want Chicken Nuggets winning a championship. I can understand your frustration, Turbo. I can honestly say, I mean, most Laker fans will agree with what you're saying. And when it comes down to it, I hope the Lakers don't get swept. That's why I'm hoping that the Lakers could potentially maybe get a win in Game 4 and then somehow maybe turn something around and just maybe win in Game 4, Game 5, or in Game 6, and probably end the series at Game 7. Maybe they can make a huge comeback. But, judging by the way they've been playing lately and just how LeBron has been just not being LeBron, not being King James, the future Hall of Famer, the champion that he is, just tells you right there that this team is just not themselves. They're not the same team that we saw from the Golden State Warriors matchup and the Memphis Grizzlies matchup. This is a Denver Nuggets team that is loaded. This team is something special to watch. And, you already said what I had to say about the Denver Nuggets. They are my second favorite team. And, when it comes down to it, the Nuggets have the capability of winning a championship for the first time in franchise history. From a fan perspective and from a sport perspective, that's a good thing for them. But at the same time, I can understand your frustration. You don't want the Denver Nuggets to win a championship, but who would you rather have win a championship? Would you rather have the Denver Nuggets win a championship, or would you rather have the Celtics or the Heat to win a championship? I mean, that tells you right there that who's the team that deserves it more. And I believe the Denver Nuggets deserves it because just how well they played in the series and also in their own matchups in the playoffs. I mean, that this just tells you right there that, when it comes down to it, I mean, I'm rooting for the Denver Nuggets in my opinion when it comes to them being my second favorite team. I grew up in Denver, but I bleed purple and gold. I mean, I'm a Lakers fan through and through. I mean, but at the same time, you have to give credit where credit is due to a team that's really driven and, really wants to win a championship. So for the first time in franchise history, and they will be reaching the NBA finals for the first time in franchise history. So that tells you right there that they have a goal and they have not wavered from their, from how they've been playing so far in the playoffs, especially in this series. So again, from Turbo, I'd rather have Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat, win a championship. Yeah, I have to say I'm very impressed with Jimmy Butler. I mean, he's showing a lot of capabilities and just carrying the team on his back. So with that being said, I mean, he has the full capability of doing it, but at the same time, it's just could he take this team all the way to winning it all? Sort of remains to be seen. I mean, I know they are 2-0, and I know game 3 and 4 is in Miami, but when it comes down to it, I mean, I don't want the Boston Celtics to win it. So I'm hoping maybe the Miami Heat wins it all and goes to the NBA Finals against the Denver Nuggets. But it's just sort of remains to be seen. I can understand. I mean, I'm a fan of Jimmy Butler's, but not a Miami Heat fan. But when it comes to Jimmy Butler, it'll be nice if he wins a championship. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we can root for. Maybe Denver Nuggets winning it, or maybe Jimmy Butler winning a championship. I mean, trying to prove to his conference and just the rest of the team that they could potentially, do whatever they can to potentially, what's the word for it? You know what? I just lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was talking about, but Jimmy Butler, if he can win it and beat the Denver Nuggets in the finals, all power to him, and I hope he gets it. But at the same time, it's just when it comes down to it, I just think that it's going to be very interesting who will potentially end up in the NBA Finals, and have who wants it more when it comes to winning the NBA championship. Let's see more from Turbo. Should the Lakers consider bringing in Kyrie Irving next season? No, I don't want that whatsoever. I mean, I think that the Lakers should look at depth over getting another superstar. That's just my own personal opinion. I mean, the Lakers need to find some great depth and some players that will, obviously love to play their role. And that's my hope when it comes to, how the Lakers could potentially, somehow find more talent and more players that could obviously improve the Lakers' chances of potentially being a team that could potentially go, have expectations now for next season, that they could be a Western Conference Finals contenders, or maybe NBA contenders. NBA Finals contenders. I mean, when it comes down to that. So I would say no on Kyrie Irving. I think the Lakers should focus on bringing back Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, D'Lo at the expense of just extending him. Because obviously, in the regular season, he fits with LeBron and Anthony Davis. So the fit is just perfect for D'Lo when it comes to this team. Sure, he hasn't been living up to the expectations in this series in the Western Conference, but at the same time, I mean, I think that he has the full capability of just finding his rhythm on the team for next season. After just being part of the team next year, and just bringing back those guys and just finding some key pieces that can shoot, that can defend. I mean, I'll go more in depth of what the Lakers offseason plans will be in a video that I'll be uploading very soon. If somehow the series doesn't go according to plan, and obviously the Lakers could get eliminated in the Western Conference against the Denver Nuggets. So expect that particular video very soon, and I'll go in depth of who the Lakers should bring back and who they should potentially be targeting when it comes to certain positions. I'm not sure what a particular player the Lakers will potentially be targeting, but when it comes down to certain pieces and certain positions that the Lakers should target, I'll give my thoughts about that in that particular video. But look out for that, and I will be giving my thoughts about it for sure. Let's see here from Turbo. I am not a fan of either team, but I don't want the Chicken Nuggets to win a championship. I understand. I completely understand with you. I mean, they did beat, or did not beat. They are in the brink of beating the Los Angeles Lakers. So I can understand your anger and frustration, but at the same time, when it comes down to it, I mean, the writing is on the wall. And for a team that, usually teams that are 3-0, they don't really come back from a 3-1 deficit. But, going back to your previous question, I don't want the Lakers to get swept. So I hope they can win in game 4 and somehow just survive a game 5, maybe a game 6, and just compete for that game 7 matchup. But, sort of remains to be seen of how this could potentially end up being, but we just have to wait and see about that. Let's see here. Okay, this is all right. There we go. Denver all the way. I mean, I guess you are a Nuggets fan, or just not a fan of the Lakers, but it's all good. We all have certain LeBron is old and too slow now. Maybe he's dealing with some sort of injuries, but I mean, at the same time, LeBron really has been showing that father time is really starting to approach in his career, and that kind of tells you right there that that LeBron is human. He's not mortal. So he is old for sure, but at the same time, last time somebody called him old, he eliminated the particular team. And so far, the Denver Nuggets have been clowning LeBron, clowning Anthony Davis and Rui Hachimura, and for some reason, the Lakers have not been responding to those particular critics, and it's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's kind of valid what you're saying. I mean, the guy is 38 years old, but at the same time, hopefully LeBron just finds some sort of rhythm back, maybe steps up in game 4 or something like that, so he doesn't get swept as part of his career. But we just have to wait and see about that for sure. Let's see from Turbo. LeBron James don't need to shoot for far away. He needs to drive it in. I mean, that's what everyone has been saying. And I said this in my last live stream. LeBron needs to stop shooting threes. Okay, sure, he shot better than D'Lo tonight, but at the same time, I mean, it's been ridiculous. I mean, even Stephen A. Smith on his podcast, what's his podcast? I forgot what it was, but he even said that LeBron needs to stop shooting threes. Everyone has been saying that. I mean, I credit to Austin Reeves for defending LeBron, when it comes to his 3-point making, but because obviously he has to, because his teammate. But at the same time, you know, yeah, it is getting really ridiculous. I mean, maybe that's the reason why the Lakers have been losing this series, because LeBron makes dumb plays instead of him attacking the rim, driving to the basket. That's where he's best known of doing. I mean, the guy is just a marksman of how to attack the rim the way that he does. But it's been very sad, very sad to see how LeBron has been playing in this series. You can just tell this guy is showing his age. He's showing his age for sure, but he just needs to stop shooting those threes, because it's not been in his favor. The guy has been shooting around 29 to 28% from the three. So that tells you that you're not a shooter. Okay, attack the rim, get fouled so you go to the free throw line. I mean, make mid-range shots. I mean, just stuff like that. Stop shooting threes, because it's not working. Okay. You need to win games. You need to win this series. It's not the regular season for you to play or shoot dumb threes that are not going in. So I absolutely agree with you, Turbo, when it comes down to that. I mean, he needs to attack the rim more instead of shooting. Okay, he shot better than D'Lo tonight, but at the same time, throughout the series, he has been no show when it comes to his 3-point making. I mean, just looking at game 1, he went 0-4 from the three, and then the worst part, game 2, he went 0-6 from the three, and tonight he puts up 3 and 9. So with that being said, I mean, it's just it's been disappointing for sure. Absolutely. All right, more from Turbo. Really appreciate your comment. I really appreciate it. You think Reeves is staying with the Lakers next season? I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. So with that being said, I have full confidence that he will. I mean, I think he found his mark on this Lakers team. But there has been talks that there have been some teams that are going to be offering Austin Reeves a lot of money. But last time I checked, for an undrafted player, because of the Gilbert Arenas rule, no team can offer an undrafted player more than, I believe, like a 4 or 5 year deal around $50 million. So with that being said, I don't think a team can escalate a huge contract to Austin Reeves. So unless if it's around maybe like 5 years or maybe 4 years, 60 million or something. But knowing the Lakers and how good and productive Austin Reeves was in this playoffs, there's no doubt that they will bring him back for sure. So I'm rooting for Austin Reeves to come back, Rui Hachimura to come back, and at the same extent, D'Lo as well. I mean, he's a solid player. I mean, for a guy who can play very well when it comes to shooting and just being a good fit with LeBron and Anthony Davis, tells you right there that this guy is here to stay as well. And I just know the Lakers will potentially extend him, and they want to extend him. I made a whole video about that, so go check that out and please give me your thoughts about it. So, but it sort of depends on how big of an extension that he would want from the Lakers. But sort of remains to be seen. And we just have to wait and see what's the Lakers' plans in the offseason, that we can have a much better idea of who they potentially be bringing back and who they would be potentially be targeting. So, we just have to wait and see for sure. All right, Turbo. I kind of like D'Angelo Russell. What do you think? What do you think? Give him one more year? I mean, I still think that if he just stays for a second year with the Lakers, I think he'll find his stitch. Similar to what he had I don't want to say with the Minnesota Timberwolves, because last time I heard from him is that he didn't like his days with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So if anything, next year, if we can see the D'Angelo Russell from the Brooklyn Nets days when he became an All-Star, I mean, that's a win. That's a win that I hope the Lakers will uh, that we will hope to have from D'Angelo Russell. And he loves being in LA. It just sort of depends on how what's the extension will be for him to stay with the Lakers. So, but if he decides to move on, I mean, first of all, that would be a screw job from him. I mean, obviously, but at the same time, I mean, who is out there for the Lakers to target? And please, I know, I believe it was you, Turbo. It's not going to be Kyrie Irving. I don't see the Lakers targeting Kyrie Irving, and they don't have the money to target him. I mean, he's looking to get paid, so don't see that happening when it comes to Kyrie Irving. Uh, at best, and I already, I mentioned this particular question, and I believe it was in the live stream that. The Lakers could potentially see CP3, but I personally don't think it's a good idea. But it's out there for the Lakers to look at. But D'Angelo Russell, I see him coming back. So along with Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, those are the three main priorities for the Lakers to bring back. And Jared Vanderbilt, he's on a team option, so he's coming back regardless. So and just the Lakers just to make some cap space, cap room. I know that Mo Bamba is making around 10 million on a team option. So if the Lakers want to bring him back, they have that option as well because it's a team option. So if the Lakers want him to walk and save up 10 million, that's good because they can obviously look for another center or maybe another power forward or somebody that will be a great, reliable player to back up potentially Anthony Davis. So, but I'll get more into depth of the Lakers off-season plans in a video that we'll be uploading very soon. It sort of depends on how the series will end for the Lakers, but being 3-0, it could be very soon. So, but regardless, just check out for that video. I will be uploading that very soon. So please stay tuned, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. And like this video or this live stream, and just share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff. So please do so. I really appreciate it. So I went for 38 minutes reading all the questions, and it was good questions. I really do appreciate all of you. But just real quick, guys, I want to read off my analysis of this game. I think I already said the gist of it, but just real quick of how things went well for the Lakers and how didn't go well. But obviously, when it comes down to shooting, it goes to the Denver Nuggets. They were the better shooting team tonight. And when it comes down to defensively, the Lakers did their darndest to play well on defense. But, in the fourth quarter, it really gotten away from this Los Angeles Lakers team. And, when it comes down to it, I mean, it's just one of those type of moments where the Lakers really missed the ball in this one and couldn't get over the hump. I mean, they had 12 turnovers to the Denver Nuggets 5. So they contained that particular position when it comes to just not turning over the ball a lot. And the Lakers did so. Unfortunately. Let's talk about the player of the game, and that is Anthony Davis. I have to say, Anthony Davis, he had a great game. Let's be honest, okay? He had a great game, even though LeBron didn't in a way. Sure, he put up 23 points and went 3 of 9 from the three and had 12 assists and 7 rebounds. But it was Anthony Davis that honestly really carried the load from this Lakers team, and we have to give some credit to Anthony Davis tonight. I mean, he really stepped up to the plate for the Los Angeles Lakers. 28 points, 11 of 18 from the field, had 18 rebounds out there tonight, and had 2 blocks out there. So, Anthony Davis did his best out there, but unfortunately, not a lot of the players around him helped him out, in my opinion. So, it's unfortunate. And then, obviously, I talked about LeBron James and his performance out there. Austin Reeves, he was great also, did his darndest as well to help the Lakers team as much as he can, but it just wasn't enough. And only having 3 players playing double-digit numbers tells you right there that that wasn't enough for the Lakers to win this game. I mean, just looking at Austin Reeves, I mean, he was great. 23 points, 7 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from the three. He was our shooter in this series, okay? I mean, there's no other way of sugarcoating it. I mean, he was great out there shooting-wise, and I hope he comes back for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to it. Let's see here. He had 7 rebounds and 5 assists out there tonight and 1 steal out there tonight. And, D'Angelo Russell, he was just bad. He was bad out there. I already read his stats on here, but I will read them again. He had 3 points, went 1 of 8 from the field, 1 of 6 from the three. So that tells you right there that he was not making his shots go in. So it's unfortunate. And then he had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 turnovers out there tonight. And Jared Vanderbilt, he was a no-show defensively. I don't know. I mean, maybe Rui Hachimura should have stepped in his place, but, it is what it is. It's Darvin Ham. He's, from the beginning of the series, went with a whole different lineup that should have never done it. He went with a 3-guard lineup similar to what he did with the Golden State Warriors, but he missed the mark on this one because obviously didn't realize that he needed to realize that he was facing the Denver Nuggets, okay? A big team, players, 3 of the players on the starting lineup are around 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". So that tells you right there that he should have played big instead of small. And that's what he did in the first game. He changed it up in the second, but obviously the Lakers couldn't capitalize on that win. And obviously even tonight's game at home. So, but at the same time, guys, we had to really commend on the great job that Darvin Ham did in this playoffs. You can just tell that this guy is a I don't want to say a championship coach. He's a playoff coach when it comes down to it. I think he still needs to learn, and this is a perfect moment for him to learn from his mistakes in this series, in the playoffs, and just this season in general, and take that experience and turn it around for the next season, because I have full confidence that he will be a great head coach in this on this Lakers team and in this league in general. So we have to really commend on the great work that he has done, but I'll get more in depth of him in the next couple of live streams if somehow the Lakers end their series in the Western Conference against the Denver Nuggets. But really, at the same time, sure, he was bad tonight, but at the same time, he has been a really good coach, in my opinion, in this series for sure. So, no, excuse me, not in this series, but in the playoffs in general. So yeah, I mean, let's talk about our second unit. I mean, Rui Hachimura, the only guy really that stepped up for the second unit, had 13 points, went 5 of 12 from the field, and shot 1 of 3 from the three, and had 6 rebounds out there tonight. He had to deal with what he had when it comes to the second unit, but at the same time, it could have been better. But none of the players from the second unit, like Dennis Schroeder, had 5 points. And then Lonnie Walker had 9, but at the same time, it just wasn't enough. So it's unfortunate. It was a bad end game. You can tell throughout the game the Lakers were struggling defensively and offensively because how well this Denver Nuggets team is. So, with that being said, it is what it is, guys. I mean, the only hope that we can honestly say about this Lakers team is that maybe they can win in game 4 and then somehow compete their butt off to somehow survive a game 5 and a game 6 so they can honestly end this series in game 7. But like I said, it is tough. It is tough for any team to come back from a 3-0 deficit. So it's a long shot, but there's some confidence in me that says, the Lakers could potentially pull it off. But I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if the Lakers somehow end this series in game 4. I mean, it's just the reality of the circumstances. But my hope is that the Lakers won't get eliminated or get swept in game 4. My hope is that they win it in game 4 and then somehow maybe end the series in game 5 or game 6 when it comes down to it. So yeah, guys, I mean, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please follow me all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN. I really appreciate all your love and support you guys have shown me all across social media. And of course, on this channel, ZSPN on YouTube. Once again, thank you to Turbo and also, let me read, or actually I can just read it off here. For some reason, my internet's pretty slow, so my apologies ahead of time. But let's see here. There we go. So yeah, I just want to thank Jay Smooth and a lot of you for commenting on this live stream. I really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, I mean, I really appreciate all your love, support that you guys have shown me all across social media, and of course on this channel, ZSPN on YouTube. And we can have hope that the Lakers could survive this series. At the same time, we have to be optimistic of seeing what this Lakers team could potentially end up being. So, we just have to wait and see about that, guys. And yeah, I mean, but let's just have hope. Let's just have hope that the Lakers will survive this series. But, we just have to make sure that maybe the Lakers will somehow not end this series with a sweep. But, we just have to wait and see. So thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button so you will know when I go live of every single Lakers post-game show. And please, guys, just stay tuned. Stay tuned on this channel. I mean, I will be uploading a video about the Lakers offseason plans if they don't survive in this series in the Western Conference Finals against the Denver Nuggets. But with that being said, I mean, I have full confidence the Lakers won't get swept, but they could surprise me, or I won't be surprised really if they do get swept in Game 4. But we can all just have hope and confidence that the Lakers won't. So, and maybe survive and maybe battle their butt off and just somehow and maybe win in Game 7. But we just have to wait and see. We just have to have hope and just have confidence that the Lakers will survive. So yeah, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.